I hope this looks okay. It looks like there's some stuff in the lens. Anyway, what am I doing today? Tonight is the super blue blood moon that happens very rarely. Sorry if you can't hear me. I'm on a bridge in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a little cloudy out, but my friend Seth and I were going to attempt to take photos of it. Now I know there's not a whole lot of interesting, like a super moon is not that much bigger. The blood moon doesn't happen until about 4 a.m. for us when the eclipse is going on. So tonight, not a whole lot. And the blue moon, well, that's just a calendar entry. But it's worth doing something. So I came out here, we're trying to find something to put in the background. And the state capitol is right there. And this is about the only angle to get it. So if we zoom in with a camera and put the moon right behind that, then it would make for a good shot. The question is, will the moon come up next to it? So we have this app called Sun Locator Pro, and assuming the compass is right, the compass on phones really sucks. Yeah, that compass is way off. So we'll spin around here and try and recalibrate that. Okay, so there's west. For some reason, it doesn't like calibrating facing east. Well, now that is still way off. So east is a little bit more to the left. It's probably this big metal thing here that's screwing me up. But I'll show you a picture. That's what I got when the compass was properly calibrated. You can see that the moon had come up close to the Capitol, but this may all be for want because there's clouds everywhere. So we'll see. So to test the accuracy, we can use the sun, and the sun is actually perfect. Well, it just moved a scotch. Right there, it's perfect. So we know that the compass is calibrated right. It just takes a while for it to rotate around. It's weird. So now we'll go to the moon, and if we come around, yeah, it looks like it's right from where I'm standing. It's going right through that pole. So that may be too far, if the clouds even go away. So if you can imagine the moon coming up just to the right of the Capitol, and that gap in the trees there, that would make for a pretty good shot, especially if you can zoom in here, and if it were able to show up right next to it on the right, that'd be pretty great. So we've been having geese passing through, and this is quite the swarm coming. Probably have this many coming each day, but these ones are all here all at once. Here's the thing, it looks like maybe it should be clear over there. It's either clear blue sky coming, or it's just clouds that form a clear, solid wall. We're thinking the moon should be about above those trees by now. We don't see anything. So this might not turn out to be anything. So thanks for watching. Maybe we'll try again later.
Good morning. It's about 4 a.m. Checking to see if it's cloudy out. It was certainly light enough out. You can see a star, you probably can't. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Guess I will go shower and get going. God, it's cold. Well, it's now about 5:17. It's 33 degrees out, and the moon has just started the prenumbral eclipse, which basically means that it has entered part of the Earth's shadow, but not the completely dark part. Obviously, that'd be the total eclipse. Science facts from Jason. Anyway, I've got some time to kill, so I am out by the interstate, if you can hear it, I-80. And my goal, if I can get the moon and the interstate in the same shot, is to do a long time lapse. The moon will be completely washed out, but hopefully I can get the cars streaking by on the interstate. I've got my Canon 70D set up here. And when you're doing long exposures, you want to make sure your tripod is low to the ground, because the higher it is, the more wiggle you're going to get, and the less sharp your photo is going to appear in the end. So that's the composition I'm looking at. And I have it remotely tied to my phone, because my camera has Wi-Fi built in, so I can see what the camera's seeing right here on my phone. So I have my settings, for those of you who are interested. I have an ISO of 250, so we're not pulling in too much light. I set the f-stop to 22. That's going to give us a nice long depth of field, so we don't have to worry about pinpointing any kind of focus. And I am using 18 to 135 Canon lens on manual focus, and I've focused it close to infinity. So basically you just come here and it's on bulb mode, so I tap the button. By using the remote, it allows me to not have to push the shutter button, which might cause a little bit of wiggle when it's released. Yes, by using the camera, since I don't have a remote control to plug into this, if I were to push that shutter button, that little bit of wiggle could affect the shot, especially from the moon. So that's been going for 1 minute, so we'll go ahead and stop that. And let's take a look. So there's our shot. Yeah, the moon is completely blown out, which I expected. There's just not a whole lot you can do because we're on long exposure, so it's still a pretty good looking shot though. Got a nice starburst there. So I'm going to keep trying to get a couple shots here, waiting for the moon to go a little bit more red, but then we'll head out to the lake, get some coffee, and set up for the full eclipse. Well, I made it out to Branch Stroke Lake near Malcolm, Nebraska. It's the biggest lake in our area, and during the day it looks like this. And it's currently 6:38 at 31 degrees with a nice cool breeze blowing off the ice. And you'll notice behind me, there's no moon. It went behind a cloud about 15 minutes ago and has yet to pop out. I'm hoping it'll just show up just before the horizon and we can see the blood moon. But we'll just sit here and enjoy the coffee and wait for the moon to come back out. Well, if we look here at the Sunfinder app, which is working a lot better now being away from the metal, looks like the moon, oh, you can just kind of see it. There's a little white light through there, a little red hue. But it's getting close to the horizon, so hopefully it'll come out. Well, it's 6:58 and the total eclipse has been going on for about 7 minutes. Still no sign of the cloud break. I did see a little bit of red for just the briefest of moments. It looks like there's more clouds rolling in. So we might be done. You can't really see it, but the sun is coming up behind me. So I am doing some time lapse with this while I wait. Yeah, there's the sunrise coming up behind me. So check this out. I was doing a 3-minute long exposure and you can just see the moon, the red of the moon in the sky there. The 1600 ISO and 3-minute long exposure was enough to penetrate the clouds, because I can't see anything, but the camera was able to just pick up just a tiny bit, which is really, really cool. Well, it's 7:15 and the moon is getting pretty close to the horizon, and unfortunately it's too cloudy for us to be able to see the full eclipse. But we got to see a little bit of it, got to see the start, got to do some cool zoom-ins and some long exposures, so I had fun. I hope you had fun coming along for the ride. As always, please click like below because it helps other people find the video. And please subscribe to the channel because it helps it continue to grow, and that way you won't miss out on any new videos. Until next time, thanks for watching.